This conference has been remarkable. We have had Achim Steiner of UNEP to open the conference, and now we have had Dr. Pachauri of IPCC to close the conference. Wonderful conference with the wonderful audiences and participants of this conference. I'm sure that you are, like me, well satisfied. Lastly, but not the least, I would like to give the floor to Mr. Rolland G, award-winning broadcast journalist, author, and poet. I'm delighted that he has agreed to share with us a moment of reflection by reading a poem he has written specially for this conference. Mr. Smith.
Mr. Akasaka, Mr. Jordan, Mr. Pachauri, good afternoon, delegates, and old friends that I see in the audience. I thank you for your attention. I am a journalist by profession and a poet by choice. My words of reflection are brief today as I acknowledge the talent and the photographic creativity of two friends. Canadian photographer Claude Charlebois, the gentleman standing right there, and American photographer Sheila DeBold, who is not with us today. I believe it is appropriate at this hour to give thanks and thought to the science of mankind for the astute observations and predictions presented at this conference. It is also appropriate to reflect on the opening of our hearts to the radiance of the omnipresent feminine aspect of nature. We, the present and future of the planet, must inspire others to collectively acknowledge with gratitude the abundant but fragile gifts found not only in nature, but also in the family of humankind. And we realize then that we are the nature we abuse. As we leave this conference today, let us remember to mother the earth and thank her for the cleansing where she can of our pollution and ask for her help to understand climate change and its impact. Thank her for the sparkle of pure water and for its sweet taste. Thank her for the refreshing coolness of rain, for moist soil and seed, and for the fragrance and color of flowers. Let us also thank the guiding force of many names for the blue bundling of sky and its climate that reminds us of our vulnerability, for the sweet melodies of the feathered ones, for the healing and nourishment of flora and fauna, and the special uniqueness of new friends at this conference, and for those at home who share the enthusiasm of our hearts. To know about nature, science needs facts. To communicate with nature, we need imagination. Facts increase knowledge, imagination increases understanding. Even the great bard William Shakespeare understood mankind's connection to nature. In As You Like It, the Duke declares in the Forest of Arden, "There are tongues in trees, books in running brooks, and sermons in stones." The universal language to communicate with nature is poetry. It is the language of empathy between species. It is the synapse between man and the many realms of nature. Therefore, I offer a reflection of that connection. This poem is called Morning Walk. Begin a walk from where you live beneath a blue dream sky. The morning air is crisp, the afternoon is dry. Now look around at nature knowing you will find her rhythm in a rock and reason in her rhyme. Look down upon your walking path, pace slowly, not too far. See twinkling life below like a distant pulsing star. Listen to its gentle tone, its humming life so mild. In tuning in to nature's sound, your spirit is beguiled. You know it in the sparkle of a trickling tiara stream that slides o'er stone and granite bead, crowning Gaia Queen. You feel it in the wilting wind with all its names that please. Refreshing, cooling, gentle, special kinds of breeze. You see it in the flora and the rainbow of the flower, as blossoms burst with color in a natural earthen bower. You'll know it in her breath when fragrance fills the air, with tiny pollens of her heart, perfumes of nature's prayer. Nature's essence is profound. Her truth comes when you listen to the dew that's on the grass and hear the sunlight glisten, squinting crystals in the bright that hide when it is warm, returning precious liquid life in shower and in storm. There are many things to know from the silence of her breach. Hear the wise and warning shrill of the owl's knowing screech. Nature's sound speaks many tongues to tell us there is trouble, for in the print of humankind the future reeks as rubble. But enjoy your walk, but do not dwell upon the seeming bad, for it will change your mind and thought and set your smile sad. In all your walks on many paths, even ones without a flower, choose to find the joy of life, for nature lives in you. If we choose, we can empathetically appreciate all life and acknowledge our influence on the earth and her species. This poem is called The White Bear Swims. There is a freedom down below. Yearnings drift in water wind. Nostalgic walks of Arctic snow, nomadic walks undisciplined. Oh, polar bear, what have we done? Stealing you from snowy blows and hunting to oblivion, leaving lifeless cold icy flows. You are the white of winter's snow, the warming strength of Ursa might, a totem to the Eskimo and constellation in the night. As you emerge from water's soul, somewhere beneath the surface shine, forgive man's nature to control. We oft forget, we intertwine. Now, delegates from many parts of the world have lions in their domain, and from the animal kingdom comes these words. That's a sonnet. Deep is my sadness, though I am king. My natural state is not imprisonment, and cageless bars cannot reduce the sting of sentient soul held in discontent. Since time's beginning, it has been decreed, honor all the beasts, be they large or small. Be thankful for the life you take in need. Take care lest indifference you befall. How long will humans keep us in despair and see themselves alone and separate from the loving source of all, unaware? Beware the karmic balance of your debt. It is the king of beasts that you neglect. I look away from man in disrespect. Endings always ask what happens next and where do we go from here. Let us not let our gift of service to self and to others and our commitment to positive choices end with this conference. Let us not let our desire for a sustainable future deteriorate into the malaise of non-action. Let us remember that within each of us is an immense creative energy that can find a way out of any fear, any pollution, any problem, provided we have the intention to do so. By our individual and collective examples, we can encourage each other to listen to the life force of the heart. For it lets us hear the trees, the oceans, the plants, and the animals, and a sentient earth when it speaks to us. My friend Dr. Kenneth George Mills once said, "The masters of power have never given unto you or unto anyone an act to do without providing the essential ingredients for its accomplishment." The divine balance of nature is as natural as the breath of human life. When we alter nature with pollution, extinction of species, and resource waste, we set in motion consequences of enormous change. We have the power to change it and to heal the earth. I thank you for your attention and your intention.